To get to the room.
Prime Minister Netanyahu said earlier today that he will not end his offensive in Gaza until the leadership of Hamas is destroyed. He said this could take months. We've seen this timeline shift over and over and over again. I just wonder what the U.S.'s comment is on the prospect of this taking many more months.
Our hope, and one of the things that the Secretary is continuing to work towards and work on, is ending this conflict as soon as we can. There is a convergence amongst all of us in wanting to see that happen, including many and all in the Israeli system, and we'll continue to work in close coordination with them to that goal.
So it would be acceptable to the U.S. if this
I'm not
continues
going to
for months
prescribe.
longer?
I'm not going to prescribe a timeline, and I'm not saying that any prescription of a timeline would be acceptable to us or not. What I'm saying is that we're going to continue to work with the Israelis to end this conflict as soon as possible, and over the course of its duration, continue to push for the flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza, continue to work tirelessly so that the hostages can be released, and continuing to allow for conditions so that foreign nationals who may be interested in departing Gaza can do so, while simultaneously working towards some kind of longer-term solution here that gets us out of a endless cycle of violence. You've heard the Secretary talk about that before, and we continue to feel strongly that a two-state solution is that solution forward.
You spoke a little earlier to the importance of Rafah. Do you have any updates on the amount of aid getting in, the number of Americans who are leaving through that passage?
I have a couple of things. So first, since October 7th, the State Department has assisted nearly 600 individuals, including U.S. citizens, lawful permanent residents, and their family members, with entry to Egypt from Gaza at the Rafah border crossing. We feel that the vast majority of U.S. citizens who are seeking our assistance have reached out to us already, but will continue to engage appropriately through consular channels to any American citizen who might be interested in departing. On some of the metrics on the humanitarian questions that you raised, on February 4th, 207 trucks with food, medicine, and other supplies entered the Gaza Strip through the Rafah and Kerem Shalom crossings. As of February 4th, more than 10,500 trucks with humanitarian aid entered Gaza since October 21st. Again, you've heard me say this before. This, of course, is not nearly enough, but we're continuing to work with regional actors, including the government of Israel and government of Egypt, to do what we can to increase flow, and that's one of the things I expect the Secretary will continue to press on in his travels. Nick.